Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Michael Tackett here with the truth, and Barack Obama has sold you down the river. If you are someone with a grandma, grandpa, mom, dad, aunt, uncle, or somebody who relies on Social Security and everything, then boy, you better brace yourself. And they're like, the deal didn't pass yet, it didn't, No, but you kind of get the idea where this is going. From the New York Times, Obama's plan would have cut $900 billion in spending. And the Republicans rejected it because they want $1.2 trillion in spending. As we all know, Obama never bends to the Republican. And under this deal, Obama would cut $100 billion in military spending, $130 billion in cuts to Social Security. Meaning, look out, Grandma, you're going to have to strap in your belt a little bit more. And I'm like, he put provisions in there to protect the poor. Yeah, but listen to this, though. Let's see how many people in the media tell this one. More significantly, a large chunk of the president's new revenues and spending cuts, $225 billion over 10 years, comes from embracing a Republican-backed ideal to apply a new measure of inflation to the budget and tax code called the Chained Consumer Price Index. The new gouge would both slow the growth of Social Security, cost of living increases, and the pace at which tax brackets rise each year, thereby pushing taxpayers more quickly into higher brackets. Meaning your Social Security benefits will go up like this. Your taxes will go up like this. Get it? And he wanted to raise taxes, Obama did, not on people making $250,000, but $400,000. That not good for John Boehner, who want $1 million. Your taxes don't increase if you only earn $1 million. It wouldn't surprise me by the end of this deal if the tax rate only rose on people making $300 million a year. By the time the stupid negotiations are over with, and the fiscal cliff, which is a bunch of bullshit because we're actually borrowing less than what we have in recent memory, and we have no troubles borrowing. There's nobody saying to America, you're not gonna get your money. You're not gonna, you're not gonna get it. They're continuing to let us borrow money. So what fiscal cliff? It's a hoax. It's a hoax. This is all about cutting entitlement programs or safety net programs, whatever you want to call them. That's what this whole thing has been about. Everybody's like, we all have to sacrifice. The rich aren't going to sacrifice. Their taxes are going to go up a little bit. Well, $400,000 and above a year. That really ain't going to faze them. But the cuts to Social Security, and like, well, the poor won't feel it. Not at first. But then as benefits just go up like molasses, and then taxes shoot up like a haven, then people are going to start feeling it. And like, Michael, we thought you were for taxes on the rich. I'm for taxes on the rich. Even Lord John Maynard Keynes said you don't raise taxes on the poor and the middle because you want to give them as much money to spend as possible. The rich already have enough. Let them pay more, like they did back in the 30s. The tax rate went from 25% under Herbert Hoover to 77% under Franklin Roosevelt. We came out of the Great Depression. Eisenhower, 92% tax rate on the top income earners. He had a 200% GDP to debt ratio, Eisenhower did, a lot worse than what we have. He balanced the budget. The unemployment by the late 50s got down to 3%, and it never went above 5.8%. Now imagine an economy like that. And for anyone who thinks that Barack Obama is a socialist, for Athena's Conquest and Casper Key, please kindly remove your head from your rear end. And I'm actually being nice about this, because you do not know what you're talking about. Because this man is making deals that would make Ronald Reagan cry. As I said in my video, Ronald Reagan said that Social Security never added to the deficit. He thought it was ridiculous. I wonder what old Ronnie would be saying now. Wonder what Roosevelt would be saying, Kennedy, Johnson, especially at you, Obama. And I'm not a Democrat no more, I'm a socialist. But you're supposed to carry on the great name of the Democratic Party that is supposed to stand for the working people, which is kind of a joke, but still, a little bit more than, somewhat more than what the No, it used to be a lot more than what the Republicans did, but just not anymore. You will sell out the most vulnerable before you really try to do anything to the top. I'm going to do another video where I read a fascinating article. Remember that Michael getting off topic just for a second, because I'm going to tell everybody, like, Obama and them don't want to punish the rich, because HSBC and a lot of these top banks are getting away with a lot of illegal activity, and nobody's going to jail. Barack Obama, you are a sellout. I shudder to think the deal that John Boehner will take, but now it's up to us. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'm going to put links below to videos and everything that show you how to get in contact with your local congressman, your state senator, your national senator, the president, everyone. Scream at the top of your lungs and say, by God, if you do this bull crap deal, I will not vote for you. Get your neighbors involved. And everybody's like, well, Michael, what if I can't attend a political rally? I don't have a way there, by a car or whatever. Then get there by using the internet, by going door to door, by talking to people face to face. That is how you make things happen. You don't just go, well, I don't know, nothing I can do. You sit back and do nothing. It's like the same thing with a guy who has a knife, and he's gonna, or a girl, or whoever, someone has a knife, and they're about ready to gut someone else, and you sit back and you see it, and you don't do nothing. Well, it's your fault. If you don't call them, and don't yell at them, and don't say, look, by God, if you just keep doing what the corporations want, then we are not going to vote you out. Tell them that. Tell them you are going to vote them out. And like, what can we do to Obama? Well, with Obama, since he's on his second term, this guy can do whatever he wants. But the fact is, you can flood him with lovely calls and tell him about your personal stories. I would love to tell you, Mr. President, about my story. About how right now I don't have a job. My brother don't have a job. I can't get disability, even though I can't get a job, and I do have a lot of disabilities. My brother is still looking for a job 9 months after being laid off. So what are we going to do? Our mom, and everybody like, you live with your mom. Yeah, we used to provide for her, and she used to just have her Social Security. Now, it's the only thing we live on. To pay rent, we're behind on bills and everything. I would like for you, Mr. President, to tell me why my mom, our benefits may get cut or just go up very slowly while our taxes go up. Please tell me. Everybody's like, well, Michael, what if they don't cut your mom's, whatever it is, benefits? Well, then, fine, but still, we're not doing good. We're not. And there are millions of people like me in our family who are just struggling. And the debt keeps piling on and everything. They're like, you got a computer? You need a computer to get a job. The 3 months that we didn't have our computer or internet, it was hell trying to get a job. Only 4 or 5 places I went to actually had a damn the sheet of paper where you could fill out an application. And I didn't get the job. One of my family members was laughing at the fact that I have been asking for donations, because I do not want to lose my internet. I don't want to lose my gas and stuff. I don't. I'm scared. But when you have $600 to pay on your rent, over $100 to pay on your medicine, food, utility bills, what the hell can you do? And you live off $961? What are you going to do? Sacrifice food? Lay there and starve? Boehner. This is directly directed to GOP. Come live in, and for all my stupid family members that actually think, why is he asking for money? Come live here. I want anyone to think that we don't need help or anything. Come live my life. I will trade anyone their life for mine. And I want everybody else who's suffering the way I am to make this same challenge. Dare your congressman or dare your arrogant family member who does have money. Tell them, come live where I live. Live my life. And then you come back and tell me that we don't need help, or that we don't need our safety net programs, or that we don't need a job. That's the truth.